Have you ever been at the receiving end of disrespect? Felt that sting, that burn, that urge to react? You're not alone. But what if I told you there's a way to transform that hurt into strength, that indignation into enlightenment? In this video, we'll uncover secrets from the ancient Stoics, thinkers who faced betrayal, criticism, and disrespect with unparalleled dignity. Let's discover how to handle disrespect, not just gracefully, but stoically. 1. Keep your calm. At the heart of Stoicism is the teaching that our peace of mind comes not from external circumstances, but from how we interpret and respond to those circumstances. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Epictetus underscores the importance of maintaining calmness, not letting external events disturb our inner peace. Picture a professional athlete who faces relentless criticism and disrespect from both fans and competitors. Instead of reacting impulsively or with anger, the athlete uses the negativity as a catalyst for improvement, channeling the energy into rigorous training and mental discipline. This illustrates not just the Stoic virtue of calmness in the face of provocation, but also how adversity can be transformed into a motivating force for betterment. By focusing on personal growth rather than retaliation, the athlete maintains their composure and progresses in their skill. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Aurelius emphasizes the Stoic belief in the power of self-control and inner strength, encouraging individuals to maintain their calm regardless of external provocations. Aurelius also said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Here, Aurelius points to the idea that our reactions to external events, including disrespect, are within our control. By reframing our perceptions, we can maintain our calm and not be disturbed by negative experiences. 2. Reflect on yourself. Self-reflection is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, emphasizing the importance of looking inward to understand one's thoughts, emotions, and reactions. Marcus Aurelius encapsulated this idea when he said, "Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if thou wilt ever dig." Aurelius suggests that the source of our improvement and happiness lies in our capacity for self-reflection and understanding. Consider a business leader who faces betrayal and deceit from a trusted partner. Instead of succumbing to bitterness or seeking revenge, the leader uses this painful experience as motivation to reflect deeply on their judgment, values, and the nature of trust. This introspection leads to valuable insights about personal vulnerability, the importance of rigorous vetting, and the development of stronger, more resilient business practices. The leader's commitment to self-improvement and adaptation in the face of betrayal exemplifies the Stoic practice of using every situation, however negative, as a means for personal growth. Epictetus said, "What upsets people is not things themselves, but their judgments about the things." Epictetus highlights the importance of examining and possibly changing our perceptions and judgments in response to negative experiences. The only way to improvement is through the mirror of self-reflection. This quote from an unknown Stoic philosopher captures the essence of Stoic teachings on the importance of introspection for personal growth and understanding. The Stoic practice of reflecting on oneself is a powerful tool for personal and professional development. Through introspection, we can transform adversity into advantage, guiding our journey towards becoming our best selves. 3. Learn to pause. Learning to pause, to take a beat, is a vital strategy for managing reactions to external stimuli, particularly in moments of disrespect or provocation. This concept emphasizes the importance of taking a moment to step back, reflect, and choose a response that aligns with one's values and virtues, rather than reacting impulsively. The ability to pause before responding allows individuals to break the automatic cycle of action and reaction. Seneca expressed this idea when he said, "Slowness to anger is a sign of wisdom." Here, Seneca underscores the value of temperance and the strength found in deliberate calmness. Imagine a political leader who faces unjust criticism and personal attacks from opponents. Instead of responding in kind, which could escalate tensions and undermine their credibility, the leader decides to pause and reflect on the motivations behind the attacks. This period of reflection allows the leader to craft a response that addresses the criticisms constructively, turning a potentially damaging situation into an opportunity to demonstrate poise, understanding, and leadership. The leader's response, rooted in Stoic wisdom, not only defuses the conflict, but also strengthens their position and respect among peers and the public, illustrating the power of restraint and the wisdom in the Stoic quote by Epictetus, "Don't be hurried by your own rash impulses." Seneca said, "Delay is the greatest remedy for anger." Seneca highlights the effectiveness of taking a moment to pause in mitigating the intensity of immediate emotional reactions, especially anger. Epictetus said, "Be silent for the most part, or if you speak, say only what is necessary and in a few words." Here, Epictetus advises on the virtue of restraint in speech, which begins with the ability to pause and consider one's words carefully. 4. Have empathy. Having empathy underscores the importance of understanding and sharing the feelings of others, even those who might be displaying disrespect or hostility towards us. Empathy in Stoicism is about seeing beyond the surface of someone's actions or words, recognizing the shared human vulnerabilities and struggles that might be driving their behavior. Think of a teacher dealing with a particularly disruptive student. Where others see defiance, the teacher sees a cry for help, using the challenge as motivation to engage the student with empathy and patience. This approach leads to discovering underlying issues at home, contributing to the student's behavior. The teacher's empathetic response, guided by the Stoic belief in the power of understanding and compassion, transforms a problematic relationship into a positive influence on the student's life, echoing Epictetus's advice. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Cicero, a contemporary of the Stoics, encapsulated a key Stoic principle that underscores the importance of empathy and the interconnectedness of human society. Cicero said that we are not born for ourselves alone. 5. Concentrate on virtue. Virtue emphasizes the importance of focusing on one's character and moral integrity above external circumstances and opinions. Virtue, in Stoicism, is considered the highest good and encompasses wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Seneca highlighted the resilience this focus provides, saying, "No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have and to cheerfully put to good use what they do have." Seneca's words encourage finding contentment and strength in one's virtues rather than external achievements or possessions. A public figure is falsely accused of misconduct. Amidst public backlash and personal turmoil, they remain focused on the virtue of justice, ensuring that their actions and responses uphold integrity and truth. They use the ordeal as motivation to advocate for transparency and fairness, both personally and within their community. By concentrating on virtue, they navigate the scandal with dignity and emerge as a stronger advocate for justice, embodying Marcus Aurelius's counsel to waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. B1. According to Epictetus, virtue is the only good. This succinct statement encapsulates the Stoic belief that living a virtuous life is the foundation of happiness and fulfillment, regardless of external circumstances. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Here, Aurelius advises against responding to wrongdoing with similar behavior, instead advocating for maintaining one's virtue as the highest form of personal integrity and resilience. 6. Embrace acceptance. Acceptance revolves around accepting things we cannot change, focusing instead on our reactions and what we can control. Embracing acceptance in Stoicism is about acknowledging the limits of our control and finding freedom and tranquility within those bounds. Epictetus stated, "Some things are in our control and others not." Things in our control are opinion, pursuit, desire, aversion, and, in a word, whatever are our own actions. Things not in our control are body, property, reputation, command, and, in one word, whatever are not our own actions. This quote highlights the Stoic dichotomy of control, urging us to focus on our internal responses rather than external circumstances. Think of an athlete who suffers a career-ending injury. Initially overwhelmed by anger and denial, the athlete struggles with the loss of their identity and future dreams. However, by applying Stoic wisdom, they gradually shift their focus from what they have lost to what they can still control, their attitude, interests, and personal growth. This shift leads to the discovery of new passions and ways to contribute to their sport, illustrating the power of acceptance in transforming adversity into a new beginning. They embody the Stoic principle as articulated by Marcus Aurelius: accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. Epictetus said, "Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do happen, and you will go on well." Epictetus encourages us to align our desires with reality, embracing acceptance as a pathway to peace. 7. Use humor. Humor highlights the importance of incorporating lightheartedness and laughter into our lives, even in the face of adversity. Using humor in a Stoic context means recognizing the absurdities of life and our reactions to them, allowing us to take a step back and find amusement in our predicaments. Seneca suggested, "It is more fitting for a man to laugh at life than to lament over it." Seneca's perspective encourages us to find humor in our trials, lightening the weight of our burdens and promoting a more balanced approach to life's ups and downs. Imagine a writer who receives a particularly scathing review. Rather than reacting defensively, they use humor to publicly thank the critic for pointing out how their work could be interpreted in ways they'd never imagined, jokingly suggesting that the critique has inspired them to consider a new genre of unintentional comedy. This light-hearted response diffuses the negativity surrounding the review and demonstrates the writer's resilience and confidence, aligning with the Stoic view that humor can serve as a shield against external judgments and setbacks. Epictetus said, "I laugh at those who think they can damage me. They do not know who I am, they do not know what I think, they cannot even touch the things which are really mine and with which I live." Epictetus emphasizes the strength found in detaching from external opinions and finding humor in attempts to unsettle us. Horace, though not a Stoic himself, captures a sentiment that complements Stoic wisdom, saying, "Mix a little foolishness with your prudence. It's good to be silly at the right moment." Horace suggests that even in a life guided by reason and virtue, there is room for levity and playfulness. Humor offers a unique way to navigate life's challenges. This approach does not undermine the seriousness of our struggles, but provides a coping mechanism that enhances our ability to deal with them. Because sometimes the best way to disarm disrespect is with a smile that says, "I'm above this." 8. Set clear boundaries. Boundaries emphasize the importance of establishing and maintaining personal limits that protect our well-being and integrity. This approach is not about isolation, but about defining what we accept in our lives, ensuring that our interactions and engagements are consistent with our values and virtues. Setting clear boundaries in a Stoic sense involves understanding our control's limits, recognizing what lies within our power and what does not. As Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." This perspective encourages us to focus on our agency, defining our limits with others to ensure that we respond to life's challenges with virtue and integrity. Picture a person recovering from a toxic relationship where manipulation and disrespect were commonplace. Using their experiences, they commit to setting firmer boundaries in future relationships, prioritizing respect and mutual understanding. This process of establishing clear boundaries helps them cultivate healthier relationships and regain trust in themselves. According to Marcus Aurelius, your task is to stand straight, not to be held straight. Here, Aurelius underscores the importance of self-reliance and the establishment of personal boundaries that enable us to uphold our values and integrity, regardless of external pressures. Boundaries serve as a powerful tool for personal empowerment and ethical living. 9. Choose forgiveness. Forgiveness involves the deliberate decision to let go of resentment and anger towards those who have wronged us, recognizing that holding on to these feelings harms us more than the offender. This practice is rooted in the understanding that people's actions are often a reflection of their own struggles and limitations. Forgiveness, from a Stoic perspective, is not about condoning wrongdoing or ignoring justice. Instead, it's about freeing oneself from the emotional burden that resentment brings. Marcus Aurelius encapsulated this when he said, "The best way of avenging thyself is not to become like the wrongdoer." By choosing forgiveness, we align ourselves with our values rather than reacting in kind, thus maintaining our peace and dignity. Imagine a person who was publicly humiliated by a colleague. Initially, this person is consumed by thoughts of revenge, but they decide to use this negative energy as motivation to understand the roots of their colleague's behavior. In seeking understanding, they realize the action was driven by insecurity and fear rather than personal malice. This insight leads to forgiveness, freeing them from the toxicity of grudge, holding and allowing them to lead by example, fostering a more compassionate and understanding workplace environment. This act of forgiveness echoes Epictetus's advice to forgive others for their misdeeds over and over again. This too is a part of the Stoic love of mankind and tolerance. Choosing forgiveness allows them to move forward with peace and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius said, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." Aurelius highlights the Stoic emphasis on self-discipline and compassion, urging us to hold ourselves to high standards while understanding and forgiving the shortcomings of others. 10. Change your perspective. Changing your perspective is about recognizing that we have the power to choose our responses to any situation. Our experience of the world is shaped more by our thoughts and attitudes towards events than by the events themselves. Marcus Aurelius stated, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." This underscores the Stoic belief in the transformative power of the mind to alter our reality by changing how we interpret and react to life's events. Think of an individual who loses their job, a role that constituted a significant part of their identity and life structure. Initially, this loss is seen as a devastating blow, leading to feelings of worthlessness and despair. However, by adopting a Stoic approach and using this setback as motivation, the individual begins to see this event not as an end, but as a beginning. They come to understand that their worth is not tied to a job title and that this period is an opportunity to explore passions and paths previously considered impractical or unattainable. This shift in perspective leads to the pursuit of a fulfilling career that aligns more closely with their values and interests. Aurelius also said, "If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it. And it is in your power to wipe out this judgment now." Here, Aurelius highlights the ability we possess to immediately alter our perceptions, emphasizing that suffering stems not from events, but from our interpretations of them. Aurelius reinforces the Stoic doctrine that our inner fortress is impregnable as long as we maintain control over our judgments and reactions. In the journey through life, we are invariably met with challenges and adversities that test our resilience, integrity, and spirit. Stoicism offers a beacon of light in navigating these trials. By embracing the Stoic practice of viewing adversities as opportunities to fortify our character and expand our understanding, we unlock a profound capacity for personal development and fulfillment. It's in our response to life's challenges, fueled by the courage to change our perspective, and the resilience to find meaning in the face of hardship that our true potential is realized. In this way, we become not only architects of our fate, but also beacons of light for others, exemplifying the strength that comes from within, the beauty of a life lived with purpose, and the enduring power of the human spirit to overcome, adapt, and thrive. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications for more lessons on ancient wisdom. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.